In yet another sign of Donald Trump's electoral weakness, the candidate for New Jersey Senate that Donald Trump fully endorsed for the Republican nomination, Christine Serrano Glasner, was not only just defeated during the New Jersey primaries on Tuesday, she was destroyed by her primary opponent, Curtis Bashow, who beat her by over 25 points. This is a big deal, folks, as David Wildstein reports. A moderate gay Republican beats back a Trump-endorsed conservative in what might be a three-way race for the U.S. Senate seat in New Jersey. He will face Democratic candidate Andy Kim and independent Bob Menendez. But remember that Wildwood speech that Donald Trump gave where the media inflated his strength and said, oh, there's 100,000 people here. Remember, we debunked that right away and said, first off, there's no more than like 10,000 people here. The city of Wildwood put out a statement before the event took place that the entire area only holds 20,000 people, and it was less than half full. Remember, that was the speech where Donald Trump went up and was like, the late, great Hannibal Lecter, and the media ran with it, and the Associated Press, and ABC, and NBC, of course, Fox, but all the other corporate media was pushing, oh, Trump may flip New Jersey. Donald Trump's endorsed Republican Senate candidate just lost by over 25 points, as Aaron Blake says. A month ago, look at Trump's crowd in Wildwood. Tonight, look at Trump's endorsed Senate candidate losing by more than 25 points in the primary. You see it right there on the maps. Let me just show you what Donald Trump was saying and what all the right-wing media was saying when Donald Trump endorsed Christine Serrano Glasner. And Trump said, I strongly endorse her. Here, play this clip.
Recently, at his giant rally in Wildwood, New Jersey, he endorsed the mayor of Menham Borough, New Jersey, Christine Serrano Glasner. Take a listen.
Candidate for U.S. Senate, Christine Serrano Glasner. She's a fantastic woman. She's a fantastic woman, and I think, look, you know what? My record is very unblemished for support. I'm giving her my complete and total endorsement. She's been such a tremendous person, loves the state so much. I said, well, but then they said that her person is a Christie person. I said, I'm endorsing you immediately. So good luck. Keep my record intact. You have my complete and total, Christine. Go out and vote for Christine.
Nice words there. Well, let's welcome in Christine Serrano Glasner. Christine, thanks so much for joining us today. That was a really cool moment. Lots of pressure, though, to keep the record.
It really was exciting. And, I don't want to say it was the greatest moment of my life, because having given birth to my two children was really my greatest moment. But being there with the president, with all of those people, I mean, they say it was like 100,000 people. You could not see the line of people that were still waiting to get in that went down the beach and down the boardwalk. It was amazing. And when his plane came in and sort of did a wing dip towards the crowd, people just went nuts. But that endorsement, that was an endorsement, not just for me, but that was Donald Trump saying New Jersey is winnable. And it is this year, and he's going to win New Jersey.
And then, of course, you have the graphic by Christine Glasner. I'm proud to be endorsed by Donald Trump to be New Jersey's next U.S. Senator. Together, we will change the country and New Jersey for the better this November. Then she gave that right-wing interview on RSBN that follows Donald Trump around, and she's like, we're going to flip New Jersey. You couldn't even get the Republican nomination for the Senate seat in New Jersey with Donald Trump endorsing you. This is what she said during that Wildwood event as well on RSBN. How culty and weird is this, by the way, too? Here, play the clip.
It's interesting because when we first got here, I looked around, I said, my goodness, they told me that this state went to Joe Biden back in 2020, and I'm looking around, I'm like, Christine, there's a lot of Trump supporters here.
There are, and the polls are looking very different. He's up right now, and people believe in him. New Jersey is going to see a tremendous turnout, and they're going to turn out for President Trump because the economy is hurting people in this state. New Jersey, we all know, is one of the most expensive states in the country. And so we need people to come out and vote for him And you see everybody here, they're not all from New Jersey here. They've come from all over, but he's got the support and we know it's going to happen.
Okay, let's talk about your race specifically. What led you to get into this U.S. Senate race? And you know how much time and it takes to do this. Obviously, you're very passionate. You're a mom. You love this country. But what was it that led you to get into this race?
I decided I'm running for Bob Menendez's seat. And I decided to get in before he was indicted because I said, I believe that this seat is winnable, and I know that it is. And I said, somebody has to do this that is strong, that is courageous, and understands what this takes. This is a 7-day-a-week job, 24 hours a day. You must be committed. And I knew that President Trump was going to need somebody really strong next to him on the ballot. That is why I'm doing it, because I've got to help get him in office, and we've got to take the seat and return a Republican majority to the U.S. Senate. That will be critical for when he first gets into office.
As Christopher Boozy says, in other news, the Trump-endorsed Christine Serrano Glasner has just lost. Trump is not a kingmaker, nor is he an electoral juggernaut. By the way, that's what we've been saying over and over again. As our editor-in-chief Ron Filipkowski writes, Trump said he drew a larger crowd in New Jersey than Springsteen, and he was going to win the state because everybody loved him there now. But his Senate candidate Serrano lost bigly tonight. So I'm confused that the election results never seem to match his predictions, and also how it is always inflated, the numbers of Donald Trump's events. And I'm sure Donald Trump will now say, though, oh, it was her fault. She didn't follow my advice. That's why she didn't prevail. It's her fault. This is what our editor-in-chief Ron Filipkowski writes. He goes, tomorrow, most likely, Trump's going to say the following. Christine Serrano Glasner ran a terrible campaign. She didn't listen to me enough and didn't tell her voters how much she loved me. If she had praised me more, she would have won. The problem is she just didn't love me enthusiastically enough. MAGA exclamation point. Just to remind you of what went down at that New Jersey event. Here were just people in the crowd leaving in the middle of it because Donald Trump was quite literally unable to put together sentences and was saying just the most weird stuff. Here, play this clip.
A tender-hearted woman saw a poor, half-frozen snake. His pretty colored skin had been all frosted with the dew. Poor thing, she sighed.
And then going back to like the weird stuff Donald Trump was saying at the event, he was saying things like, oh, the late great Hannibal Lecter. Remember, everybody know who he is, Hannibal Lecter. I mean, he's talking about a fictional murderer. What are you even talking about? Here, play the clip.
Silence of the Lambs. Has anyone ever seen the Silence of the Lambs? The late great Hannibal Lecter. He's a wonderful man. He oftentimes would have a friend for dinner. Remember the last scene? Excuse me, I'm about to have a friend for dinner as this poor doctor walked by. I'm about to have a friend for dinner, but Hannibal Lecter, congratulations, the late great Hannibal Lecter. We have people that are being released into our country that we don't want in our country.
And then the media ran with, there was 100,000 people there. We're like, there isn't. And then we learned that what the media was actually reporting was that Wildwood was claiming after the fact that when they were saying 80,000 to 100,000, they were counting the total people who entered the city for the day, not the actual people at the Trump event, they said, after clearly saying that. By the way, Wildwood, New Jersey, where the speech took place, is run by a MAGA mayor who is also under criminal indictment for healthcare fraud. But look, a big night for Curtis Bashaw. He's a hotel operator, again described as a moderate gay Republican who defeated the Trump-endorsed, I wouldn't even say conservative, right-wing extremist MAGA candidate. Don't call these Trumpers conservative. Just say the MAGA-backed candidate. One of the things that you heard Donald Trump say is the reason that he was not supporting Bashaw and told everybody to support Serrano is because he said that Bashaw likes Donald Trump's old colleague and friend, Chris Christie, and that's what was disqualifying. So put it this way, folks. Donald Trump's Wildwood event was not even persuasive enough for him to get his endorsed Senate candidate in New Jersey to prevail. Setting aside the fact that President Biden got hundreds of thousands of more votes than Donald Trump in the primary, I think it's worth noting that Trump couldn't even move Republican primary voters in the state. And that's why we've been sharing with you all along these Republican primaries. We've been showing you, all of the kind of stats and Donald Trump's weakness. The media wants to report on crowd sizes with false numbers, by the way. So report on this. Donald Trump's endorsed candidate for the Senate in New Jersey lost after bragging about how powerful he is in New Jersey. I'm Ben Meiselas from the MeidasTouch Network. Hit subscribe. Let's hit 3 million subscribers together. Thanks for watching.
Enough! Send him to the big house, not the White House. Get the new exclusive tees, mugs, and stickers right now at store.meidastouch.com. That's store.meidastouch.com.